when we invented when we came up with a procedure for abortion, that was technically a new piece of technology. It's an advancement in technology, medical technology. Now, this is actually going to help us draw out an interesting point. Abortion is kind of one of those divisive issues. Some people agree with it, some people don't agree with it. I don't want to get into that discussion. Okay? I do not want to talk about whether or not you think abortion is right or wrong.
But can I?
No. I don't want to talk about it. If you want to talk about it, let's come in after school, lunch, whatever.
I'll come in here.
But because abortion is, some people think it's right, some people think it's wrong, and it's a technology, what do you think that says about technology in general?
It's not always good.
Okay.
People have their opinions about different technologies.
Okay.
Technology kills.
People didn't make stuff just to help everyone. It's just they did what people thought would sell. Like,
And in the case of abortion, not necessarily a selling thing, but in a lot of technologies, it is a case of selling things. Here's what I'm going to write, and you might want to put this in your notes. And I'm saying technologies in general. But abortion is just kind of an extreme case. Technology is viewed differently by different groups of people. One group's pro is another group's con, and this
Vice versa.
can lead to conflict. And abortion is the example. But almost all technologies have this issue. Sometimes it's just harder to pick it apart. Like whenever we're talking about an issue with technology, like the rulers that David brought up before, we talk about rulers, how they kind of send that implicit message, which kind of like underlying message of how to use it. Well, even a computer has those underlying messages. They're just harder to identify. And so that's why we talk about a lot of different examples. I'll give you an example that I recently read in a book about the internet and how it leads to conflict. Well, the internet is this thing that's out there, and it's got all these fiber optic cables that connect it, and those go to different countries and all these things. We think about the internet being this thing that brings countries together, because you can now communicate with all kinds of countries. But what's happening is that the United States started the internet. The United States has been kind of controlling the internet from 13 servers, which is like big computers. And these, like basically everything you do on the internet goes through these 13 computers at some point. Because it's these computers that take what you type in as words and converts it to numbers. I'm simplifying the situation, but it's kind of the right idea. And so if your words never get converted to numbers, other computers can't read them. And so that's why everything you do on the internet goes through these 13 computers. These are huge computers. Now, because the United States owns those computers, other countries are saying, hey, you shouldn't have the right to control what we do on the internet, because that's like they're worried about, like France is actually not allowing its its elected officials, like its government officials, to have BlackBerries, because a lot of the stuff they write on emails of BlackBerries gets routed through the United States and then back to France, and so they don't want the United States to have that much information about their government, and so there's security issues, just like you guys are worried about online identity theft. Well, countries are worried about that. I think it's Brazil has actually talked about making its own internet and saying, we're not going to use the world internet, we're going to use our own internet. And so the internet is kind of leading to division instead of everybody working together. It's kind of causing new conflicts that we didn't really think about before. And so this idea of technology leading to conflict, almost every technology leads to conflict at some point. It's just kind of the way we work as humans. What questions do you have about that idea? Yeah.
Who invented the guns, by the way?
Who invented guns?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Wasn't
Smith and Wesson?
it
I really don't know.
the Chinese?
Chinese.
Oh, gunpowder? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were using that for like fires and stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
We got hold of it and made guns out of it.
I don't know if it's we as much as
Not us, but like.
somewhere along the line people started making guns out of it, yes.
Well, they stopped making guns out of it to stop us. I don't know.
I have no idea if that's true. That might be true. But when you think about it, that's one technology. The gunpowder was made for making fireworks and interesting things. And then it gets used in a different way. Think about back to what you guys read about Gutenberg and Martin Luther. Gutenberg made this press, would have never wanted to undermine the church. Martin Luther uses that press to undermine the church. Of course, Martin Luther wasn't really thinking that either, but that's beyond what I want to talk about. Emma,
You know what I think we should do?
what?
I think one day we should call China.
We could what?
China and get their point of view on technology.
In this class?
Isn't that like a billion call?
Try what?
Well, we could do it for free online now. Skype.
Yeah, we could call China
We should
and then get
ask
their
them
point of
about
view
China.
I
on.
don't think we're going to do that.
That's too
That's a fine idea, but I don't think we're going to do
Well,
it.
why not?
Now that they have Skype too, then it's free. I have a friend in Germany that I call on Skype all the time.
You know someone in Germany?
Yeah, he was a foreign exchange student when I was in high school.
Will you tell me to say hi?
Sure.
Tell
you
them-
really?
tell them
Yeah.
I said hi.
Do it.
Like right now.
What? Do I?
Yeah.
Not really. I took one semester in German in college, and I don't remember any of it.
That's not good.
Jordan Pound stuff was true.
Jordan Comstock's just saying stuff, and you think it's German.
Who experienced?
Well, I think we should because then we can get a different person from a
People
different
say-
country.
Well, okay. Now, why do you think China would view technology differently than us?
Because they
They're
have a different
hold on.
religion.
Say it again.
They have a different religion and culture.
Okay. David?
Aren't they communists, so the government like differentiates, change their views?
Okay.
They come up with things more. They come up with like advancements and stuff faster than we do, so they're smarter.
That's an interesting point considering we came up with the internet.
Well, they do. They have toilets that talk.
Actually, you know what? We're not the ones that came up with the internet. We came up with the underlying structure of the internet, like
I want a toilet.
the lines, but somebody in Europe actually, what they call, wrote the code for the internet. Like, came up with the program that actually makes the internet possible.
See, they're all smart over there.
Oh,
They
sure.
need like whole lot.
They have toilets that talk. Are you serious?
I have no idea.
If you